Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
It's been a minute. I'm not even sure if you even noticed or even cared that I was gone, but I'm back now, so let's get into it, I guess. Welcome to a brand new Cornfed review. My name is Cornfed, and today we will be reviewing A Real Pain. A Real Pain is a movie directed by Jesse Eisenberg, who you may know from The Social Network and other roles where he's played the same exact dude other than Batman versus Superman. And Kieran Culkin, Macaulay Culkin's brother, he's been in a lot of recent things lately, like Succession. He's been really kind of growing and kind of being a great actor in some other lanes. He was great as Scott Pilgrim's gay roommate, but he's awesome. I love that actor. But it primarily centers around these two cousins that go to Poland to go visit their grandma's house. She just recently passed, and they go to the concentration camps where the Holocaust took place, and that's pretty much the plot we got going on here. And to be honest, I'm really happy. I've been trying a lot lately to not see any trailers, to not look up any facts or movie trivia about the movie before I go see it. I like to go in completely blind. Call me the grandma from Deadpool and Wolverine and stuff. But I will get off right off the bat saying this movie isn't like amazing. It isn't top tier cinema. It's definitely a movie where you have to just go in with no expectations and just watch and enjoy. I think there is a lot of goodness in this movie. There's a lot of gems in this movie. If you take off that lens of like, is this movie good? Like, just go down, sit down, and then watch this movie, and you'll have a good time. There isn't. It's like, I love movies like this if it's done well. There isn't like a super big point to this movie. They're not going to like some giant quest. They're not finding the Infinity Stones. They're not killing a mob boss. They're just going on a trip. Just these two cousins that used to be really close. Now their lives got busy. One got a job, a wife, and a kid. They never see each other anymore. So the movie kind of plays out of them kind of going back and forth, trying to rekindle that relationship. But the beauty of it is that they are two wildly different people. They're two wildly different personalities. And for me personally, if I can get personal for a second, if it is a safe space, I kind of weirdly saw myself in both of them. And I think that a lot of viewers will have that same reaction. We have Jesse Eisenberg, who is Jesse Eisenberg. Like, if you've seen Jesse Eisenberg in any other movie where he has his hair, not Batman vs. Superman, he's the same guy, the awkward, stuttering, like a bit like robotic AI kind of guy. He's the same guy in this movie. He for sure is typecast, and what's crazy is he typecast himself in his own movie. He's not afraid to not branch out. And then we have Kieran Culkin, I think his name is. And he almost plays a very similar role to the roommate in Scott Pilgrim. Very relaxed, a weed head, very very present in his own space, not afraid to take up space. He's very in your face. I'm not trying to rap right now. In your face, taking up space. If this is my place, then I don't know. Let's take the race to the next date. But he does a good job. He does a good job at being the very chill, relaxed, very combative personality to Jesse Eisenberg's very organized OCD kind of, person that he is. Side note, Jesse Eisenberg, the character, he takes OCD medicine. So it's like a real issue that he has of having everything in his life in order. And then when Macaulay Culkin, like, does something that's a little bit loud or takes some space, he gets awkward, he gets nervous. He's like, dude, calm down, please stop. Like, and I enjoyed that because sometimes it depends who I'm with. I'm a Gemini, y'all. I'm a Gemini. I'm a chameleon of sorts. So sometimes I'm not afraid to take up space. I can breathe. I burp, I fart in public. I don't care who's around me. I don't care about being judged. It doesn't matter. But sometimes I'm like Jesse Eisenberg character. I get awkward when someone is a little bit like louder than me. Like, so, that's how my brother is, man. He's just loud and very present. And I am jealous of that in a sense. But when I'm around him, I kind of get like that. Like I don't know. It just depends on who I'm with, and I see myself in both of these characters. And I love a movie that can make you sit down, enjoy it, and then walk out of the movie theater feeling something different and questioning your own self in a good way. Like, maybe I can be more like this, and maybe these parts of me aren't that bad, and sometimes I can be like this. It's like a very great yin and yang kind of situation where you can kind of see yourself in both of these positions. And another thing that I love about this movie is it doesn't necessarily make you hate either of these main characters. Sometimes you hate Jesse Eisenberg character because he's such a stickler and he's boring and he's lame. But also you can kind of see where he's coming from when he gets awkward or he gets anxious in groups. The same with Colin Culkin's character. He's obnoxious. He's loud. He's not afraid to say what's on his mind. And sometimes he's very in your face and obnoxious about it. And sometimes he can come off irritating. But at the end of the day, both of them kind of have these really strong hearts that make you pull for both of them. You don't hate either of them. You don't super love. I mean, you do kind of love Colin Culkin's character a little bit more. But I think that they did a great job of it. If you're not going to have a huge point of the movie and the story isn't crazy and that you just focus on two characters, it has to be done right. And I think this movie executed that really well. It's done right. You want to learn more about these characters. You want to know why Colin Culkin is like this. You want to know why Jesse Eisenberg character is like this. And I thought that was really interesting. When Colin Culkin has those moments where he does speak out, there are these really uncomfortable moments that they put you in. Let me backtrack again. They are going on this Poland trip with a group of other tourists to tour the tourist spots of the Holocaust of Poland and all these historic landmarks and statues and things like that. And again, it messes with your duality of your mind. They go visit this statue where there are the soldiers that fought against the Germans. I think they're just soldiers. I don't know the whole history. I wasn't super paying attention. I don't know a lot about history, but there's these soldiers, and everyone's like taking pictures, being respectful. And Colin Culkin's character is like, "Come on, take a picture of me. Let's go pose in front of it and pretend like we're shooting with them." And he's like, "No, dude, that's like disrespectful." He's like, "No, come on, we're not pointing the middle finger. We're brothers in arms. Like, let's go." And he's like, I'd rather not. I'll just take a picture of you posing. And he's like, all right, whatever. So he goes. And in my mind, I'm like, dude, that is crazy disrespect. We don't go to a landmark where people laid their lives on the line and died and just posing all goofy with them. But at the same time, you kind of see where he's coming from. Like, you're not being disrespectful. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can put yourself in both of these kind of seats. And what I like about this movie is you side with Jesse Eisenberg character, and then they make you kind of feel for and side for the other character because he starts posing, and then he gets the other people in the group to start posing. He's like, "Come on, I need a medic, I need a medic." And there's this like sweet African guy who's like, "Okay, fine, I'll do it." And he gives him the camera, and then everyone joins in besides Jesse Eisenberg's character. I love it because this movie shows you what like being present looks like, and how just being yourself and what free will kind of looks like. I think we are so often we go to this mindset where we can't be ourselves, we can't do what we want to do because it's not right or it's not normal or it's not in the norms of society. But this Colin Culkin here does not give a fuck. He's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to do. This is a point where they're looking at this river and he's like balancing on the little stones and everyone's kind of like waiting for him. And they cut to like, all right, what are you guys waiting for? Let's go. Like, it's just like he does not care. He just is going to do whatever he wants to do, and people kind of love him for it. There are a lot of those moments in this movie. There's a moment where they're all riding on a train. You know, they're on a tour. They're going to a train in first class to go visit the concentration camps. And Colin Culkin, that's not his name. Colin Culkin, Colin McCulkey. I don't remember his name, dude. But you know that the laid back guy. He's like, dude, this does not feel right. Like, we're sitting first class eating this really nice food when 100 years ago our ancestors were getting stuffed like cattle in the back of this same train. Like, I don't feel right. I'm going to the back, bro. This just feels wrong. And it's super uncomfortable because everyone's like enjoying their dinner, enjoying their highly expensive ticket on this like tour. And it's like it's true. It's right. You're like making a spectacle out of something that's very like serious, very real, that happened to real life people who died and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So he has a lot of those moments. The tour guide is like the whole time he's talking about facts. 300 million people died here, and this is where this guy. And he's like, dude, for a second, can you just please be quiet and like stop making everything so dull and cold? Like, can we just kind of? This feels so unreal. We haven't met any Polish people. Like, I'm not feeling any of the culture. Like, this just feels like a museum. And again, it comes off disrespectful, it comes off harsh, and it makes you uncomfortable as the viewer. But by the end of this trip, everyone's hugging him and saying, "Hey, dude, I appreciate how honest you are. I appreciate how, no one's ever given me actionable feedback. And now I can, use that in my future tours." Everyone's giving them hugs and this and that. And it's kind of like a commentary on just being yourself and being honest which is really hard for a lot of us to do nowadays. A lot of times we have to keep our thoughts to ourselves. We can't say what's on our mind. Sometimes we feel anxious. But that's why I think this movie is so great, because it shows you the duality of like when you feel like Jesse Eisenberg and when you feel like Cullen Culkey. Like, I think it does a great job of that. I don't know if it's just me, if I feel like both of these guys sometimes, or maybe you're more like the anxious side and you want to be more free, or maybe you're so free and you want to be more OCD and get your life together a little bit more. I love it. I love that this movie made you think, again, without having to put it in your face, without having it be some like, be afraid to be yourself. Like, it's just, it was like you had to figure out for yourself. And I love when a director can take the audience member seriously enough to do that for themselves. Fast forward, spoiler, it turns out that Cullen Culkey's character tried to commit suicide by sleeping pills, and that really affected Jesse Eisenberg's character. So, like, throughout this movie, you start to really care and really feel for it and really empathize with both of these characters. But you start to really kind of, at least I did, worry and like care about this guy. You don't want him to hurt himself. Like, it's just like, and at the end of the movie, they kind of nailed the head on the coffin. I think the metaphor is. When Jesse Eisenberg's like, "Hey, you want to come back? Like, you want to go hang out with the family? Like, you want to, have dinner with us?" He's like, "Nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna just hang out at the airport." And he's like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, there's interesting people here. You should see it sometime." He said the same thing in the beginning of the movie. And then you just see him kind of like sitting at the airport, like happy, content, feeling a little bit like left out, not on his phone, just like happy and content. And it's like, it almost made me want to cry, and I cannot explain why. I can't. I just wanted to give him a hug and be his friend and like hang out with him. Not, I was like, "Don't kill yourself, dude. Like, let me watch you." Like, not like that at all, but you just kind of like, you care for him in a weird way. And seeing his little eyes and like, I don't know, it just made me want to cry. And like right now it makes me want to cry. But the movie is solid. I enjoyed it. I don't have a ton of negative things to say about it, other than like it is a little slow, but that's what every good character building kind of movie takes. It's going to be a little slow. You're going to have to learn and get familiar with these characters. There's not a lot of rising actions and explosions. Like, it's expected to be slow, but sometimes it's a little bit evident that it is so, like, you know. Another negative is, this is kind of what I mentioned in the beginning. You can really tell when the director's directorial debut, and they're trying to do some artsy shit. There are at least 6 times in the movie when they do the same symphony. Doon, 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 doon. Like, all right, bro, we get it. Like, it's a piece of art. I get it. Those are my only two like big negatives that for me got a little irritating. Another cool thing I liked is that I wasn't expecting this, but this was like a very Jewish culture enriched kind of movie. Like, I found myself learning a lot about the Jewish culture and about the Holocaust, and it puts you right in the face of like the repercussions of the Holocaust. Like, you're seeing all the shoes of everyone who passed during the Holocaust in these metal boxes, and it breaks Cullen Culkey's character's like heart. He's like crying hysterically in the train. Like, there's these really in your face moments of the Holocaust, and there's like a lot of Jewish culture. They're showing you kind of what they eat and the landmarks and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. It's like a little mini kind of history lesson. I love when a movie has an interesting atmosphere, and a historically rich atmosphere. So that part to me was cool. That I wanted to get a little nerdy about. I wanted to learn more about each of these different things. It made me want to read a book on the Holocaust. I know it sounds super crazy ignorant. I just don't know. I didn't pay attention during school. I don't know history stuff. Obviously, I know about the Holocaust, but there's just a lot of like stuff in there that made you want to research it a little bit more. Like, it was very interesting. Anyways, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really solid. Great directorial debut from Jesse Eisenberg. Great performances by Jesse Eisenberg, even though he plays the same guy. Whatever, does a great job doing it and making you feel uncomfortable in a good way, like making you feel what the audience is feeling. And Colin Culkey's character, like, super shined in this movie. He did a great job of being the out there, present, in your face, obnoxious at times, very honest character, and I enjoyed that a lot. I think it was a great movie, and it definitely had a lot of commentary, a lot of like things to put into practice in your own life, and definitely it's one of those movies where you're walking out and thinking about life. I watch mostly every single new movie that comes into theaters alone. I super prefer that. I sit in C9, right? There's the whole back row. There's a little hallway where people can walk by when they go to the bathroom. And there's the front row of like 3 or 4 rows. I sit in the back row of the front row, C9, every single time. My popcorn's right here. I have a hot dog right here, my bag right here, my hat right here. I love sitting alone I love watching a movie alone. Not like, wasn't that a good joke, my guy? Or baby, give me a kiss. No, it's just you're just locked in with the movie by yourself, and no one's you. Typically, no one's on the right or the left of you, so I don't have to worry about eating too loud, like or burping. I don't know. I feel like I'm in my own personal movie theater at C9 at a Mesa theater. But the whole reason I'm saying that is this is a movie where I encourage you to go watch it by yourself. They're like genuinely, I encourage you to go sit down, be brave enough to go buy yourself a popcorn by yourself. Be brave enough to go to the ticket guy and say, a ticket for one, please, for this movie at this time, and just enjoy it. Let yourself digest it and learn from it and grow from it and walk out of the movie theater. Don't go on your phone right after. Walk, at least from the theater to the car ride. Be alone with your thoughts and think about it and apply it to your life and how you are as a human being. Are you a little too anxious? You want to branch out of that? Are you a little too crazy? You want to get a little bit more locked in? I don't know. It definitely had me thinking. Like, still, I liked it, and I love when movies do that. Needless to say, my final score on this movie, a 6 out of 10. Again, 6 out of 10 is not bad, but it was not like amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, I don't want to say forgettable, but it definitely didn't like change my life. I loved it. Sometimes I can be a little bit of a harsh reviewer, but in the lane of these kind of movies, 6 out of 10 seems fair to me. Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? What did you think? Do you disagree with me? Do you plan on watching it? Let me know. The next movie I will be reviewing is the red one, or a red one, The Rock and Chris Evans and all that. I might see that tonight, I might see that tomorrow, but either way, video coming soon. If you didn't already, go give me a subscribe. Go like this video. Go comment something, bro. Who the fuck do you think you are watching this movie and giving me no support or help? Who do you think you are rubbing your stomach watching a review of this movie, debating on whether or not you should go see it or relating to me in any sort of capacity if you're not going to like this video, bro? And all it takes is... That's it. That's it. I'm not asking a lot. I'm sick of begging, bro. I'm sick of asking nicely, bro. Go like that video, bro. I'm going to wait, actually. If you scroll away, bro, and look at a different video, I'm actually going to be pissed. I know you're hearing me right now. Look at, like, just like the damn video, bro. Comment something like, damn, this shit was dope, bro. Like, you need to be on E! News tomorrow, dog. Give me something, bro. Support me in any sort of way, bro. You just watched, what, a 10-minute video and I can't get shit back? Damn, bro. Muchas, bro. Like the video, bro. If I get no likes on this video in like 3 weeks, I'm moving to Poland, bro. Thank you. Thanks for watching. And for those who stayed this long, bro, dude, like a dumbass, yesterday I went to go see this movie. I looked at my phone. I was like, dude, I haven't done a review in a while. Let me go check out a movie. I saw a trailer on this once in the theater. I've been actually seeing the trailer like crazy. But I don't know a whole lot about it. So I was like, you know what? I've been looking forward to this movie. I'm going to go see it. Fuck it. Let me get off my ass and go watch a movie. And so I went, drove, I put my jeans on, found some new socks, some clean socks, and I drove down to the movie excited to have some popcorn and some salt and some jalapenos and a nice little Diet Coke. And I'm like, one for, and like, this is where I full went dumb, dude. I was like, I literally put this girl through movie trivia, bro. And I'm just guessing that she likes movies or knows anything about movies to where I'm like putting her through the ringer just to like check me out. Like, oh, what's that movie? It's 3-letter word, and she's like, scrolling through. It's a 3-letter word. It has the guy from Social Network and Macaulay Culkin's brother from Home Alone. And I'm not doing this to be funny or cute. I'm just like, I blanking on what the movie is called. And she's like, she literally was like, Macaulay Culkin? Like, she literally looked at me like that. I'm like, oh, like, bro, I don't know why I didn't take my phone in my pocket and like actually look, but I was like, and then I started giving out the worst possible movie names ever. Like I was like, this is the end. I feel like she thought I was gonna pull out a gun and shoot her after that quote, or like I have a bomb strapped to my chest. Like, what's the movie called? This is the end. Like, it was just, I was like, fuck, let me take it. And I looked, I was like, oh, it's called Real Pain. And she's like, okay, yeah, I'm not seeing anything. And she's like, are you sure it's for today? I'm like, yeah, 5:40 today. And she's like, that's tomorrow. I'm like, type shit. All right. Try to save myself. Shoot. What other movies are there for today? And then that's when she made me feel like a fucking just an average moviegoer, bro. That's fucked up, bro. I look at these. If she could see my movie collection, bro. She was like, all I have is foreign films, and I was like, oh fuck, bro. I can either like pretend like I like foreign films, which I don't, or I could like take the L. And I got a little offended. Like, what makes you think I don't like foreign films? What makes you think I'm not, an artist? What makes you think I don't like all facets of movies? But I bitched out and I was like, oh damn, okay, I'll come back tomorrow. It was awkward. It was bad, and just a really bad way to start this movie experience for A Real Pain. I felt like I had another story to tell y'all. I think that's it. All right, guys.
Look, I only helped you because you said you were desperate. You said you wanted to change. I guess I was wrong. Mr. Kakashka, I'm sorry, but you are a huge loser.